Good evening, sacred space holders, and here we are tuning in to talk about today's final crystal grid honouring our seventh main chakra, the crown chakra, located at the top of our head. So let me flip the camera around now so you can have another look at the beautiful grid that was created this morning for you all. And there she is. Pretty, yeah? So you can see we've got a really strong presence of clear quartz today. We've got a beautiful starry quartz piece, a terminator in the middle, and lots of points activating this outward energy. It's a lovely one there. We've also got amethyst and some beautiful pieces of selenite. You can see my selenite Merkaba that wanted to get in on the act today over there. Absolutely beautiful. So you can imagine this morning when all the light was coming through that window over there where I've got Grandmother Moon trying to glimpse in at the moment, which you won't be able to see very well. Yeah, just the sunlight just dappling on these guys. It was just luminous in this room, and I just sat here and bathed in it. Probably should have videoed that this morning, actually. So let's talk a little bit about the main crystal presence here and the energies and the energies of them. And I'll be really quick because my phone's just told me my battery's low, which is not unusual with what happens to my phone anytime I get too near all these crystals with it. So clear quartz, for starters. We've got some great big pieces of clear quartz there. Okay, so clear quartz is known as the master healer. It amplifies all the energy and thought of ourselves as well as the effect of other crystals. So you can see it's quite a common thing to be used in crystal gridding to be able to amplify and connect the other crystals that are on a grid together. So whatever it's pointing to is what that energy is going to be drawing in and out and so forth. So there's a meaning for the positioning of everything. Usually I position everything where it also honours the directions and then call in the guardians of each of those directions to be able to be present. So your north, south, east, west is what I mean by your directions and all the elements of those directions. And what else? We've also got some really big pieces of selenite. And selenite is really high vibrational. It's a great one for bringing light down. So if you want to bring light down from the universe through your crown chakra, selenite's one to do that. And actually, I'll just flip my camera around. Okay, I'm going to grab this really big piece of selenite that you saw on the table. And this is a really easy one for you to do. You could do this daily. You can do this 10 million times a day if you want. For a really quick aura cleanse, and I recommend anyone does this often if they can acquire themselves a nice big piece of selenite like this. You got yourself covered, especially if you're dealing with other people all day. So in our practices in the wellness world, you're dealing with a lot of clients and they might have a lot of emotional baggage coming in. And you just need to be mindful to clear your own energy at the same time that you're not transferring anything onto them. You want to be a clear, clean vessel so that you're there to be of service to them. So the easiest way to do that is use your selenite as an aura cleanse. So starting from the top, from your crown, oh, it feels tingly just holding it there. Just brush it down yourself. Use the selenite to just brush it down yourself. A great one for clearing away headaches and any sinus issues. Clearing away any blocked throat chakra areas, right down your body, and be mindful to flick it down to the earth, because this one is about bringing light in. So you're not gifting negative energy to the earth and doing a disservice to the earth. You're actually bringing light in from the universe down through you, saying goodbye to all the ickiness, and then driving that beautiful white light down to our beautiful Mama Earth, yeah? Yeah. Okay, so that's a really beautiful one too. And remember, selenite is a high vibrational crystal as well. So what else have we got on the grid today? We had, again, amethyst graced us. And this particular piece of amethyst I actually use as a cleanser. Now, amethyst, the beautiful thing about amethyst is it's also self-cleansing in itself. So we're just about to be graced with this amazing full moon. This is a beautiful, beautiful time to be getting our crystals out for a moon bath. Amethyst is one that you can actually, if you've got a piece that's too big to carry out there, you can forgive yourself for not carrying it out because it's self-cleansing. Amethyst is self-cleansing. We literally use it to cleanse all the other crystals. So I'll get pieces like this in my bedroom, and I'll lay my jewelry on a piece of amethyst like this, so that all the energy of the day is cleared away while I sleep. So how's that for a bit of a tip for you? Now, you would have seen when I invited you all in this beautiful, beautiful cluster here. There are a couple of smaller pieces present on the grid today, but let's talk about this magnificent cluster over here. This is Desert Rose. Now, normally you won't see Desert Rose in clusters quite this big, so I was really, really lucky to become custodian of this beautiful, magnificent being. And Desert Rose's message is all things possible, and it symbolizes that all things are possible. They enhance love and teamwork, and they tell you to go for your dreams without any restraint and help dissolve any self-imposed restrictions and programs holding you back. Now, what I love about Desert Rose when it comes to that strong message of teamwork and working together and community and collectively coming together, I feel it's a really, really strong message for us all right now, is when you look at Desert Rose, especially when they're in big clusters like this, every single piece is an individual piece. Every single piece is an individual piece. Every single individual piece looks so similar, but yet every single one of them are so independently different. Every single one of them. And they come together and they form this union to be able to create this great big cluster. And this is what community is all about. Where you come together, you're not dominating one another, you're enhancing one another. So that's my takeaway from Desert Rose anyway. And thanks everyone that's jumping on and joining now. I'm just going to chuck you a wave. Hey Maggie, I hope you're doing well, my love. Hi Katrina, oh my goodness, Red, how you doing? And I am doing well, thank you for asking. All right, now without any further ado, let me bring up the cards, the oracle cards that were joined for today. There was 4 grand final ones. So the first one is white. And the message of white was, it's time to lighten up. So let's just use our beautiful piece of selenite as a holder here while I let you just soak up that gorgeous, gorgeous image of white while I read from the color oracle deck of what white represents. Okay, let me just pop you there. Good, glad to hear. Okay, honey. All right, time to lighten up. White heals the body as a whole. It is great for clearing toxicity out of the body and assists with purification. White helps with clarity and understanding. This color can be very helpful in healing skin problems, and it brings peace and comfort at the highest level, represents integrity, light, holiness, truth, and surrender. Lighten up with white. All right, there's a beautiful practice that it's suggesting that we can do when we're visualizing the beautiful vibration of white light. And I'm loving that it's leaning on selenite right now because it literally represents white light. All right, the feeling of lightness is the most magnificent experience. It encompasses innocence, purity, and joy. White helps with bringing faith that you are completely loved, taken care of, and supported. Close your eyes. Close your eyes now, do this with me. Close your eyes and imagine that you are standing at the biggest, most magnificent white crystal mountain. You're standing on this white crystal mountain. Now inhale deeply, allowing the clear white light emanating from this mountain to purify, energize, and enlighten you. Sense as you let go of all the unnecessary baggage that you have dragged up the mountain. How does that feel to be free of baggage? A lot lighter, yeah? Experience the ease in your body and soul as you look out from the mountain. focus on circulating white light from the tips of your toes through your whole body. Feel your body softening and lightening up even more. You are getting ready to soar. Give yourself permission to soar. Say, I give myself permission to lighten up and experience ease in my body and soul. How about that? That's pretty nice, isn't it? All right. So just remember, we are all self-isolating at the moment. So if you're hearing any background noise, that's my kids in the kitchen. All right. So the oil that I selected to go and harmonize with this beautiful white light, and it just popped out, it was so beautiful, is Roman chamomile, which is gorgeous. And Roman chamomile is known as the oil of spiritual purpose. Did you know that? Yeah, it supports individuals in discovering and living their life's true purpose. So regardless of what someone does for a living, they can find purpose and meaning in life. And we're not defined by our outward actions of individuals. This is what Roman chamomile really helps us step into. So a lot of us might be questioning, well, what is my spiritual purpose? Because, you know, a lot of the JOBs have literally become obsolete right now, yeah? So it's an opportunity for a lot of people to go within and go, well, what is it that I actually passionately want to do? All right. The next card that was drawn was the rainbow. There we go. And the message of the rainbow was connect to fairies in nature. Yay! Straight away when I saw this one, I literally thought of like our beautiful joy of being a child, you know, which is just something that we all probably need to do. Sorry, I'm trying to get this glare off the, yeah, there we go. Something that we probably all need to do now. Just, you know, we've lightened up now, so we've had our white light lighten us up. So now we can connect to the joy of the fairies, that childlike innocence of believing in magic again. And the message of rainbow in connecting in nature is it's a combination of several colours all together, as you can see. So it's a very powerful and regenerating energy to work with, because rainbow allows you not only to lighten up but feel happier and more alive. It also opens up the mystical realm and can connect you to the fairies, the angels, and your own creativity. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's the rainbows equal refracted white light. Yeah, because white light contains every single colour of the rainbow, and the ones that our human eyes can't see as well. So you can connect with nature at any time, walk on over a tree, place your arms around her and give her a great big hug. The more we get out in nature right now, guys, the better we're going to ride this out, and the more we're going to connect with this great, big, beautiful planet that we're on right now. All right, and the oil that resonated with that one was myrrh, and it was a gift to baby Jesus for a reason, because it was just so precious. So I'll read you myrrh, because it's known as the oil of Mother Earth, actually. Myrrh is known as the oil of Mother Earth. How cool is that? So it nurtures our soul's relationship and our relationship with the maternal side of the earth. And it supports individuals who have disturbances with the mother-child bond. So if we've got any issues as with our mums, this one really can help us work through that one. Yeah, there you go. You got the double fours. I love that. The messages of the numbers and the numerology coming through really strongly, isn't it? Okay, third card is, here we go, Pearl. And the message of Pearl was strengthen your connection with the divine. Card number 40. We've got another fours here. Strengthen your connection with the divine. So we've lightened up with white. We've connected with nature and all the fairy beings with the rainbow. And now we get to strengthen our connection with the divine. Isn't that beautiful? Card number 40 is in this gorgeous little booklet that comes with our secret language of colour cards, which you'll see that in the announcements pinned at the top of this group now. We've been working with these all week. And Pearl has a special shade of white. It really calms us and purifies and promotes faith. It allows us to flow with life and connect with our divine nature. It's a color of personal integrity, truth and loyalty, and it brings peace and clarity and harmony into our life. Now, to harmonize with this beautiful pearl card, I selected frankincense. Frankincense is the king of oils. When in doubt, use Frankie. So any doubts that you have in your life, clear it out with Frankie. Now, frankincense is also known as the oil of truth, so that we can actually see our truth, to be able to connect with our divine connection with the universe, and helps us reveal any deceptions and false truths that we might have been telling ourselves over time as well. Yeah, and dispel any negativity as well. It's easy to tell ourselves these stories. Now, fourth and final card was Violet. Violet, create a balanced life. So here we go. We lightened up. We connected in nature. We strengthened our connection with the divine. And now we get to create a balanced life based on these connections with ourselves. So we're learning and we're leaning into spirituality and our sacred practices, not just being one-offs, but actually being an integral part of our every single day. Sounds nice, isn't it? So you can also use the violet one for treating some physical illnesses, the ones that affect the eyes and the brain. Violet colour is actually used as ultraviolet light in medical terms. So visualizing this colour can actually do that as well, or laying this colour or this colour card or things that associate with this colour on your client to be able to aid in that being dissipated. So the obvious pick for me was to use the oil of lavender as well to harmonise with the vibration of this card. And I think we've had lavender out before in one of the other grids. Yeah, it is the oil of communication and calm. So especially when it comes to calming the mind and any verbal expressions that we're trying to work through with that have got insecurities attached to them, can really help us put our true thoughts and feelings into perspective, so that we're creating that clarity and that balance there. Now, beyond these, for your crown chakra, these were the obvious picks for me, but there are some other crystals that you might have if you don't have these that you can use that will resonate with the crown chakra as well. You can use the lepidolite that we used yesterday for third eye also relates to crown chakra. Moonstone is another beautiful one. Absolutely gorgeous to be using so close to the full moon as well. She'll just sing. The Herkimer diamond, that's becoming quite popular in jewellery right now. Diamond in general will resonate with crown chakra. Even sapphire. Sapphire is another one that can resonate with the crown chakra. So that's about all, folks. Also remember, you can be wearing the colour, if that calls to you, of your associated chakra. Anoint yourself in any of those oils, or just simply diffuse them, or put a drop on your hand and inhale them, in through your olfactory, so that you're receiving the vibration there. And that's it from me, wrapping up an entire week of sharing these gorgeous crystal grids with you. Tomorrow I'm going to be sharing a post from my dear friend Haim, who runs the Totally Active Healing Centre down in Long Jetty, and our beautiful conscious community loves supporting each other. So some of the crystals that you've seen featured on my grids, I pretty much gain from Haim's shop, and I know he sources responsibly. I love that he knows exactly where and who and how they travelled. And we're very mindful about, where you're getting your crystals from. You need to know where they're coming from and how they're sourced. You don't want crystals that have been ripped out of Mother Earth with TNT. You want ones that have been brought up respectfully and mindfully. So I will be sharing some posts of what he has available in his stocks at the moment. So we're supporting our other local small businesses as well. And he'll be very mindful in being able to support you as well. So there'll be a brief list of some of the main players that have been in our grids, the prices, the photos of what he's got currently in stock, and he ships out locally for free as well. So he loves supporting you guys, and it's his absolute joy to know that crystals are going out into everybody's homes. If you've got any questions about the oils, feel free to hit me up. I love using them this way for the emotional support. Rather than, they make a room smell nice, I know, but the shifts that they help us do emotionally and in supporting us that way is what really sings to me the most. Okay, and anyone that wants to know more about the colour card deck, just look for the pinned announcement at the top, and you'll be able to click on the link that takes you to the buy link, and all the information about it is there. Okay, you enjoy the rest of your evening. That wraps us up for the 7 days of gritting on Monday, and tomorrow we begin again with all new offerings starting at the bottom, the root chakra tomorrow. Okay, good night for now. Mwah.